to a boy aging around my age. Let's all digest this sentence again. All right, I'm back. Is this a nice hint? Okay, I hope y'all know what time it is. It's Harry Potter time. And this is a hint for what we're going to be talking about for today's video. As the title says, I'm going to be reading my old fan fiction. Woo! And this month is NaNoWriMo. It's National Novel Writing Month. And it has me reflecting on what made me decide to become a writer, what inspired me, what really catapulted me. And honestly, it was Harry Potter. I know probably millions of other writers, young adult writers, have had that same experience. But writing fan fiction really was the stepping stone to writing my own original ideas and stories. So yeah, I wanted to go back and see if my fan fiction was still online, and it is. Thank you to HarryPotterFanfiction.com, because y'all servers are great for keeping up all these thousands of abandoned stories. Isn't that kind of sad, looking at all these stories that set is still a work in progress, but it hasn't been updated in like 8 years? Yeah, that's so mean. But these are some great stories, not mine. I can already tell I'm going to be so embarrassed by this because I don't remember much about the plot, but I do know that the main character was named Gillian Lewis. She was a redhead. I know Potters love redheads, so this is next generation James Potter II. Yes, so we're going like 20 past years later from the Battle of Hogwarts. And yeah, and she's French. And I wrote some in French. I wrote some little words to try to denote that I know stuff about France when I didn't at all. I was never been to France. I didn't even research much. And some people clocked it, as they should. So I'll read it all. I'll read the comments. And maybe if I have time in the future, I might update one chapter or just wrap it all together so then I can put complete. And we'll see what type of reactions I get. But for now, we're just going to react to what I wrote when I was 15, 16 years old. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I'm logging on to HarryPotterFanfiction.com. Well, I'm not logging on because I don't have the username. But I'm going to be inserting my, sorry, I like keeping my lips. I'm going to be inserting my title. It's called Past First Impressions. So what does it mean when you have a first impression that might be bad, and then you want to get past that? So I remember that was my mindset when I was writing this story. Okay, so Past First Impressions by Lestrange123. Oh my god. I loved Bellatrix Lestrange. And now I was rereading some of the I was rewatching all the Harry Potter movies, and I was looking at it again. I was like, why did I love Bellatrix Lestrange? She kind of looks like my mom, Helena Carter kind of looks like my mom, so maybe that's it, but I don't know. So rating, mature. Oh my gosh, little old freak me. There's 3 chapters to this. There's 17 reviews, and it has been viewed over 2,400 times. So not that many, but still. And this is actually a really great banner. Do y'all see this? Wow. It says, and thanks 1,000 for this fantastical banner from Brooke E.B. at TDA, the Dark Arts. I remember that was like a site where you can get your banner made, and she did a really good job. So this is the summary. I, Gillian Lewis, I'm the only person who's seen past James Potter Mask of Popularity, and he's the only one to think I'm a weird, red-headed monster. So I'm guessing you can see the sparks fly when I enter my 6th year at Hogwarts. I cannot do! Okay, stop. That was just the summary. So I'm guessing you can see the sparks fly when I attend my 6th year at Hogwarts. Wow, okay, we're really doing this. And it has over 5,000 words. And the genre, drama, humor, romance. And it's advisory, so fair warning, it has strong language and it contains some spoilers. But if you're spoiled by any Harry Potter movies or books nowadays, then I don't know what to tell you. So it was first published April 12th, 2009 at 11:24 p.m. So I was a late night queen. I was writing in my bedroom late at night while everyone fell asleep. And the last chapter that was updated was 2010 May 17, and that was at 3:39 a.m. So, whoa, that's almost like a year later, over a year later. Anyways, let's read the first chapter. And it had 17 reviews, so I want to read all of those. Okay, the first chapter is actually a prologue, and the prologue says, you don't need to read the prologue. However, it does tell the background stuff. Happy face. I got 10 reviews. Aww. And I remember I had an image, but the image is not showing up. I don't know why. Maybe it got deleted. Hi, this is my first James/original character I posted, and I hope you like it. Thanks to Stick.Stones for making this amazing chapter banner. And then it has the chapter banner, but like I said, it's Lita. Alright, let's begin. They all told me that it was going to be hard transferring schools. They all told me that it was my job, my duty, to proudly represent Babe Baxton's. Okay, I need to look up really quick how to say this. It's the French school where it was in the Goblet of Fire.
And now, please join me in welcoming the lovely ladies of the Beauxbatons Academy of Magic and their headmistress, Madame Maxime.
Bloody hell.
Blimey, that's one big woman.
Apparently there's an English way and there's a French way. I think I'm just going to say the Beauxbatons, because that's easier for me to read. So, Beauxbatons. They all told me that it was my job, my duty, to proudly represent Beauxbatons. I ate it up like my morning croissant. Fucking stereotypical bitch! Look at me! Oh. Okay, anyways. But no one could have prepared me for the reality that was happening now. So this is it, I dumbly stated to my parents. My dad, a fellow Hogwartian, smiled proudly. Jillian, this is a great school. I know you'll love it here. My mother, a true Beauxbatons belle, rested her hand on my shoulder. Yes, but take note that everyone will be watching you. One major screw-up and Beauxbatons will never hear the end of it. No pressure, I thought loosely in my head. I grabbed my luggage handle, stepping forward. I turned, smiling small. Smiling smallly. That's incorrect. Bonjour! Oh, fuck. Bonjour, my mother and father grinned. I don't think that's how you say goodbye in French. Bonjour, that sounds like hello. My father leaned in, kissing the top of my head. Don't be afraid to have fun, he smiled mischievously, making me laugh. I smiled one last time before loading on the train with my luggage. I was honestly nervous and off my rockets for going here. I think it's like off my rockers or some shit. I didn't have many friends, dubbing me for being the odd one out. I wasn't part Vela, which surprised people. Maybe because it seemed everyone who... Oh, girl, I can't even read. I'm so sorry. Maybe because it seemed everyone was everyone. Maybe because it seemed everyone who was everyone was. Okay, that sentence needs construction. I was just a girl, too smart for her own good, so they shipped me to Britain. But Hogwarts is in Scotland. That's the funny thing. So they shipped me to the UK. But I was going to change that this year. I wasn't going to be a no one. I wanted to actually remember my time here and not cringe. After all, nobody knew me. It was perfect. I pulled the compartment door open randomly, tugging my luggage behind me. The people inside looked at me as though I was crazy. Bonjour, I hided, putting on an airy smile. Will it be alright for me to join you? Whatever. A girl with violent red hair replied. Feeling the hostile atmosphere toward me, I quickly levitated. Wingardium Leviosa, that bitch! My luggage on the rack, sitting down. I watched as the people began to talk about Quidditch. Out of my comfort already, I decided to wing it. Oh, I like Quidditch, I babbled. Do any of you play? I felt their annoyed stares and faced another girl with an intimidating face. Look, girl, we told you can sit with us, not talk to us. Oh, let's see how my main character reacts. If someone told me that in real life, wow. I would be so embarrassed though, actually. Actually, I don't know what I would do if I'm new to a school, trying to make friends, and someone shut me down like that. Because I'm hoping Jillian snaps back, claps back at this girl who told her this. So my throat needs to be lubed. I beamed at their green and silver ties and decided to drop everything. Slytherin. Sighing slightly, I removed my light blue hat, letting my red hair fall over my shoulders and removing my matching cardigan. So she did one of those, boom, boom, let my red hair flow, girl. Let's take these quarters. Okay. Feeling eyes on me again, I looked in front of me to a boy aging around my age. Let's all digest this sentence again. Feeling eyes on me again, I looked in front of me to a boy aging around my age. Ay, 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 Dios mío. Okay, this is not good. Okay, that whole sentence, rewrite. More or less. He quirked an eyebrow, looking curiously. Who exactly are you? I shrugged, still down about the girl's nasty snap. I'm Julian Lewis, new here. His eyes widened and he sputtered. You can't be a first year. This had grabbed his friend's attention. She was like, probably well developed and shit. I shook my head, quite flustered. Nah, it's gonna be my first year here, but I was interrupted with a girl with slightly bushy hair popped her head in. Chills. You know who that is, right? You know who that kid is, right? Popped her head in, asking frantically, excuse me, but is Miss Jillian Lewis here? Oh, it's just you guys. Wow, thanks a lot, Weasley, the boy I was talking to replied. Weasley stared at the blonde boy, a newly replaced hate in her eyes as she responded, oh, shut it, Malfoy. Chills. The people who I shared my compartment with scoffed and cursed defiantly, and I eyed timidly the red and gold tie hanging tightly around the frantic girl's neck. Before I could tell the girl who I was, she ducked back to the train's hallway. Merlin, excuse me. I politely dismissed myself, my cardigan and hat in my arms, when I exited the compartment. I didn't know if my ears were cleaned out or what, but I swore I heard a voice chide. You know Potter's gonna love her. Oh! Shit! God! It's the red hair. I shook my head, disregarding my hallucinations, and looked up and down the hallway. I spotted the frantic girl, feet away, her head in another compartment. Oh, Rosie, just look for a girl with her nose stuck in a book, a voice bellowed. My eyes landed on a group of boys, feet away from the Rose Weasley girl. The girl popped her head out, snapping angrily. You know you guys can actually help me. A boy with dark curly hair then replied, Rose, this is boring. Must we? Feeling a little down-putted again, I quickly squeaked out, Sorry for the trouble. I'm Julian Lewis. The frantic girl turned around, her eyes half crazed. She's about to get you. And in a split second, she grasped my arm from her hold. It's supposed to be like she grasped my arm into her hold or something like that. I found her. I bloody found her. In another split second, I was being dragged by my hand down the hallway. Where to? I had no clue. We were nearing the group of rowdy boys, and Rosie narrowed her eyes. Thanks, guys, for your help. She's a snappy girl. I like her. I like Rose Weasley. No problem, but where is she? One began, but stopped himself when they spotted me. I hung my head down, my cheeks in danger of matching my tomato hair. I only looked up when I was well distanced from them, feeling utterly curious. One of them met my eyes. His were a mixture of disbelief, lividness, curiosity, and something else I couldn't quite register. Was it worry or was it doubt? I didn't linger on this too long as I nodded my head forward in hopes to finally discover where this Rose Weasley was taking me. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh! Actually, this is a pretty good setup. Pass to me, fit to you on me. You did good, girl. But yeah, there were some grammar mistakes. I'm going to read some of the reviews right now. Someone in 2010 said, "This sounds so good, but bonjour means hello, not goodbye. That would be either au revoir or being caught." Okay, obviously I don't know that. My response, the author response, "Ha ha ha! I guess you know I'm not French, lol. Thanks for the review. I haven't had one in a while. I hope you continue to read my stories, and whoever is looking at this story, please review." Oh, and that person gave me a 5 out of 10 stars. Next person said, "Okay, the prologue confused me, but I'm sure that I'll understand more as I read." They gave me an 8 out of 10. And then the author's response, "Oh, sorry that you were confused. What part were you befuddled at?" Oh, why couldn't I just say, what part were you confused at? Anyways, I hope you continue to read and review my story. Someone gave me a 10 out of 10. They must have not read the same one that I did. But anyways, they said, "Wow, I really love this so far. Please update soon." And then I said, "Thank you so much. I'll update soon." Lies! You must not tell lies. I hope you continue to read and review when I do. So on to the next story. Yes. I mean, not next story, next chapter. On to the next chapter. This one is called Of Impressions and Happiness. And the little author's note. I hope you guys like it. 3. Sorry about that earlier. I usually don't kidnap people like that, the girl smiled. By the way, I'm Rose. I smiled at her half-heartedly. It's alright. I normally don't let people kidnap me on the first day. That was me. I thought I was so sassy, girl, when I wrote that. I know I did. It was like, I normally don't let people kidnap me on the first day. What is that? Damsel in distress. Yuck. Golly. Rose laughed genuinely, making me feel quite pleased with myself. You can say that again. Rose acts like she's been kidnapped again. She was kidnapped before, but I wonder how old is she? We got out off the train. See, look at my grammar mistakes. We got off the train, the night air feeling nice on my skin. She directed me to the caretaker, a scrawny, short man with an awful temper. First years, he shouted. Dubiously, I followed, finding myself at least a foot taller than the other first years. That would be so embarrassing. You're like 15, 16 years old and you're with 11-year-olds and you're gonna have to walk through the great halls. Oh my gosh. Wow, you're pretty, a little boy chimed. Thank you, I smiled, even though I knew he was lying. Low self-esteem! It still felt good being told. We were then all gathered toward waiting boats, then sailed by themselves. I spotted something move in the waters. My eyes widened along with others when I saw Hogwarts Castle. It was beautiful, more than anyone could describe. I hate to admit it, but it was more marvelous and welcoming than the Box Baden's grounds. Still ogling, we made our way to the entrance hall, waiting in front of two great oak doors when finally someone came to retrieve us. Hello, you're about to be escorted. I'm Professor Linus, co-headmaster and head of Ravenclaw House. I wonder why there's two headmasters. The high-pitched man informed. Many people snickered at his name. I got it now. I was so immature. Okay. People snickered at his name as he added, "Follow me." With a loud bang, he opened the oak doors, revealing the great hall. I was herded in the back, and with my cheeks flustered from embarrassment, we walked. Soft whispers filled the room, and I was pretty sure they were about me. I mean, I probably looked like a giant compared to these small, innocent children walking in front of me, and my blue bow-buttons uniform clashed amongst all the black. Why wasn't she in her Hogwarts outfit? She probably should have got that at the Diagon Alley or something. I wanted to get this all over with so bad. I almost ran over a little brown-haired. Who's a little brown-haired? That's all they were. They weren't a person, just a little brown-haired. Who gave me such a death glare that Headmistress Alexandra Beauxbatons would have been proud. The hat then began to sing a very odd, but catchy tune. And then last and certainly least, the sorting began. I can see where I'm going with this, and it makes me happy. I watched as the kids began to disappear around me until finally the teacher yelled for Zabini Beatrice. The little girl who I accidentally almost ran over, left me standing alone to take her seat on the stool. In mere seconds, the hat creases modified itself, yelling, "Slytherin!" Note to self, death-glaring little girls go to Slytherin. Yuck! I'm so done with people just so demonizing all of Slytherin House. Like, let's stop. 15-year-old me. I turned to my right and left, desperate to find someone. Of course I didn't. The headmistress stood up, and I tried to shrink away, thinking she had forgotten me. She hadn't. That would have been too nice. Attention! Sorting is not over yet, the headmaster drawled. Or should I say headmistress? In fact, this sorting is quite historical in itself. Standing before me is Miss Gillian Lewis. She has come from the Beauxbatons Academy, leaving all of her friends and family to continue her 6-year education with us. She is the only person here that withholds the secret location of both schools, while she takes the place of fellow Hogwarts student Nathan Mentos. Mentos, like the candy. I expect you to treat her as a fellow student of Hogwarts. No more, no less. I really liked that phrase when I was writing. No more, no less. No more, no less. He finished. Then, is it a headmistress or is it headmaster? Why is there two headmasters? I don't understand. He finished. Then he finished, then raised her hand, gesturing me to take the stool. So, okay, there's like some pronoun things that need to get sorted out right away. I quickly did, wanting the attention off me. I think I was gonna pass out or something. The hat was placed on me, and it draped low on my face. Ah, Miss Lewis, a voice hissed in my ear. Extremely talented, but where to put you? Classic. I don't think Slytherin would apply much to you yet. And Hufflepuff is out of the question. How about Ravenclaw, the house of the smart? Ravenclaw is more than the house of the smart, more of the wise. But anyway. No, I thought automatically in my head. I don't want to be with all the smart people. You can see how to get the nerds. No, nerds. The revenge of the nerds. Ah, the hat drawled. Then it must be Gryffindor. Woo! He muttered the last word to the whole room. He didn't mutter it, he shouted. The last word to the whole room, and on cue, the table to the right clapped. Good luck, Miss Lewis. As I took my seat, I saw a ghost of a small smile play on the headmaster's lips before beginning his welcome home speech. So I guess that means he was a Gryffindor. Oh, Merlin, Dominique, is that you? Merci, merci. I'm so aggy. Just throw in any French word and it's like, oh, instantly, I know what I'm talking about. I misleadingly smiled. She returned it forcefully. Yes, it is. And Jillian, word of advice. Please don't speak French. It's so posh, and people will only hate you. See, that was a cue for me to stop speaking French. It was telling the readers that I don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm not going to force it, and I don't want you guys to hate me. So really, Dominique was me. She flipped her silvery strawberry blonde hair over her shoulder, and I continued to smile at her. The Delacour Weasley family was very popular in the red carpet life of France. AKA, my mother sucked up to Mrs. Weasley, to put it in one word. It was very annoying. I turned my pondering to the headmaster's and was pleased to hear his last words of wisdom before the food magically appeared. Now, my students, I urge you to put aside old differences and look forward, beyond anyone's first impressions.